In this video, I'm going to make the alerts for our Facebook application. In order to find a list of the variables that I have made, you will find the video on my channel. So for the alerts component, we are going to be first, let's get the design annotations. Let's copy it. Let's paste it inside of our alerts component. And let's start to redo it. So these are our alerts. These are our components. These are our alerts. Alerts. And this is the description. Let's change this to text. MD. Regular. And let's change the fill to text default. So alerts can serve as informational messages where they provide additional information to users that may not be tied to their current action or task. They can also be used to provide direct feedback to users and actions. So you can write it as well. Let's start making our component. So for this specific component, we're not going to make a specific component for it in our variables. We can simply use the surface level the variables in the general section, so it's not a problem. And we are going to be using the buttons that we have just designed. So let's make it like so. The dimensions of this is 375 by 58. These are our alerts. The dimension is 375 by 58. Let's make it into an auto layout. And let's put in some text. Personalized emojis based on your avatar are now available. All right, let's make it again 375 like so. And we want the text. So let's first add the button. So we're going to add a button like so from our list that we just made. And we want this button to be an icon. So we're going to change the type to icon like such. And we can have it as small. We can have the close like so. And we're going to change here the color from primary to neutral. And the color of the icon itself is going to be icon primary. Let's do that again. We're going to choose the thing itself and then icon primary like so. We can increase the size of this to 20 by 20. Or make it into a fill container. It's not a problem. And we're going to put it inside of our auto layout like so. So we want to have the content itself fit inside the auto layout. So we are going to take the text and we're going to make it smaller like this. And we can make this into auto because we want it to be scalable. We want it to be responsive. So let's make this into auto like this, like so. And let's do the margins. So 8 by 8, 8 by 8. And let's make them middle aligned. So it's nice and centralized. And let's change the color of the alert to our primary color. So this is surface primary default. And let's change the text itself to text inverse like so. Let's fix this. And now we have our first alert. Is it responsive? Absolutely. So we can actually make this more responsive by increasing, making this into a fill container. So it's now filled like so. And this is auto. So there's a problem here because I just made it into a fill, so the auto switches with it. So this is not what we want. So what we can do is we can make it from an auto to, for example, a 12 pixel. So now when I do this, it is nice and responsive. So let's go back and make this into a 375, and let's make it into a component, and let's add a new variant. So this is our primary variant. So we're gonna define this as our color, and this is our primary, like so. Now here, this is going to be our neutral. We're just gonna play around with the colors. So the text is going to be, and we're gonna use, of course, our selection colors because it is awesome. So our icon is going to be black. So text black. Our text is going to be text default. Our um, our surface is going to be neutral. Surface neutral default, and everything else is going to be the same. Let's do the next one. Let's add the button, add another variant like so, and let's do our success. We're going to go into the selection colors, and we are going to change the text to white, text inverse. We're going to change the surface to success, surface default, and we're going to change the icon to a icon success, like so. Next, let's do the error. We're going to go out to our selection. The icon is going to be error icon. Our text is the same. Our surface is going to be error surface. Next, let's do our warning surface. Here, this is going to be our warning icon, and the rest is the same. Next, we are going to do our info. We're going to go into fill, info surface default, and the icon is going to be info icon, and everything looks nice. We can add a nice border here so that we can define this just a bit more. So we're going to add a stroke with icon default, so it's nice and defined. I'm going to take it, I'm going to put it inside here, and that's that. Now, for more videos about the Facebook design system, you will find more free videos in the channel. Or if you would like to take the Facebook design system course, you will find the link in the description.